frame. And for me, what I was looking for was basically the London low, right? London low over here. This is the London low, and this was my target. Now, another thing you can use for target specifically is market profile, right? So there was a few targets to the downside, even though this trade didn't play out. So we had London low as the first target. We had POC, previous POC levels. That would be the second target, and ultimately we had this huge fair value gap from Wednesday. So this would be my third target down at this level. So we had 3 targets to go short. And so having said that, the trade was completely valid and it didn't work out. So that's an example of a valid loss, or for me a valid partial loss, right? Because the trade worked out the way I wanted it to, right? There was no problems there. This is the sign of a trader. If you can go from a loss to a win and you understand why you took each trade, that is the key skill, because you're never going to win all positions. So I am going to break down this short and why I took it. Now, what I am interested in personally is the break, but I'm more interested in the retest. And so the retest takes place anywhere between sort of this candle and the entry here. So the retest is where the money is, right? I've often said the money lies in the retest. The better you can read, the better you can wait for a retest, and the better you can actually read the retest, the more money you're going to make overall. So this was the retest area. So the retest is defined as all the candles between the break candle and the entry candle. So this is the break candle. This is the entry candle, just like this. And so the entry candle, again, just to be very specific with how I enter, right? Just to be very specific, this is the candle that really broke. And so I use the bottom of the candle. It doesn't matter whether it's a wick, whether it's a body, whether it's a blue candle, red candle, green candle, any candle. It doesn't really matter. This is the break candle. This is the entry candle. And so I had my stop loss above here, or just in this region. Now, the retest, like I said, is where the money is made. So this retest was from 9:50 Eastern on Thursday the 22nd to about 9:57. So that's about a 7-minute retest. Now you have to be prepared. Some retests are going to be 2 minutes, some retests are going to be 10 minutes, some retests are going to be 15, 20 minutes, and anything more than that, it's a rangy market. I'm happy just to sit out. But this is where the retest is, and this is where the money is made, right? So if you're wondering, if you get stopped out in the lower time frames, or you have any difficulty in knowing like kind of how to use order flow, or what things should I look for in order flow, or I'm using order flow and I still make mistakes, I move my stops, all these problems can be fixed if you adopt a break and retest model. Now there's a few things that I haven't gone through, so again, this is a key level, so this key level here was valid, so that's kind of step one. You have to have a key level, and I've made lots of videos on how to find your key levels correctly. Now, once you found your key levels, you're then looking for a break. So this is the next thing. You're looking for a break. That's going to be sort of step 2. And step 3 is the retest. And so step 3 is what people miss, right? And then technically step 4 would be your entry. So how do you pull the trigger? That's what I'm going to go through in this video. So pulling the trigger basically comes down to reading the retest. So I'm going to clear my charts. Let's now go to the order flow or ATAS platform. Let's kind of break this down step by step. So the yellow